Hey, it's Ashley, and I am back with another process video for my 2015 Project Life album. I am working on this album and documenting monthly instead of weekly. So, come along as I put together this spread. I have some journal cards printed out from the Go-To Techniques class from In My Pocket. The collaborative kit that comes with the class has lots of beautiful papers and embellishments. I also have some word strips from that kit as well. And then I have my June die cut from the Paper Hum overlays collection that I have been using all throughout this album so far. So I'm just going to lay out my photos here. This is the left hand side of my monthly spread, and we're going to go with the design a kind of page layout, but instead of two 4x6s on that right hand side, I had two 4x4 photos that I wanted to include. So I printed out some journal cards that are 2x4 to add in there. I created all of my own journal cards except for that rainbow watercolor one that is in the center there. That one came in the kit like that as a 4x6, and then I just rotated it to fit 3x4 orientation. And then the other two, what I did is I took a journaling card and a 12x12 digital paper, and I created those color blocks up at the top. The top one is a yellow and pink floral, and then the bottom one is a blue and green and purple plaid. And I felt like they really coordinated with the stories that I'm going to be telling on those cards, and they coordinate with the photos. So I am just trimming up all of my different sized photos here. I had printed these all out previously, and one of my tricks or tips for getting my stories told is to just use what I already have. So I could have fretted and gone back and forth about, page orientation, but instead I just cropped photos to make it work for me. So cutting 4x6s down to 3x4s or 4x4s, and adding filler cards and journal cards to make it work. So the stories I'm going to be telling, we went out for an art walk, kind of our first couple of outings with our brand new baby, his little teeny tiny toes, and that rainbow card has a currently post from my old blog. I love including social media posts and blog posts, like the text and stories from those posts, to tell my stories now that I'm going back, because they have kind of my real-time thoughts and feelings. So now you're seeing me use some of those word strips from the kit as titles for my journal cards. We're gonna move over to the right hand page of the spread. Another design A orientation for this page. I have some general life photos and then a couple of photos from a wedding we went to. I'm just laying them out to see kind of which ones I want to use from the photos I had already printed. I have this other 2x4 and then two 3x4 journaling cards. All of them I created using digital papers from that IMP Go-To Techniques kit. Again, just using them for color blocks on one of them, that one that says love this, and then that moth paper. I love that moth paper. And then that little 2x4 that had the rainbow watercolor. Both of those I just added in Canva a text box, and printed it as is. And again, just laying out some of those word strips from the kit to make my journaling cards. So this is kind of what my journaling cards look like now that I laid everything out. I'm going to start attaching these titles. Like I mentioned before, some of them are directly from the kit and some of them I made. So like these pink ones, the here and now was a sticker from the kit, and then I made a label, and to kind of tie it together, I created in Canva that currently label as well. The Go See Do, Love This, and Together Time, the orange, green, and blue, were also directly from the kit. The Love This, I had cropped, it had a little heart on it, but since none of the other labels had icons on them, I cropped it, so it was just the words. And if you're interested in seeing how I create journal cards in Canva before I print them out, leave a comment below and I will do like a screen share process video of how that all works. I just use the free version and it works really well for me. So Go See Do is going on that floral card. I did Currently on the rainbow, Love This on that yellow floral, and Here and Now on the moth, and then Together Time on that blue plaid. And now that I have all my journaling done, all my cards created, we're going to lay everything back out, and I'll see if there's any spots that need extra embellishing, or see, just kind of the flow of how everything looks together. My workspace is pretty small, but I'm going to squeeze 12 by 12 on here. Well, technically 24 by 12 on here, but just barely. There's going to be a little bit of overlap, but I love doing this just to see how everything's going to look before putting it all in the pockets, now that everything is cropped and I can kind of see where things are going to go. Oh, look at that sweet little baby face. One of my favorite parts about going back and or actually telling all these stories is kind of reliving some of these memories. This was 7 years ago now, and that little baby is a big boy. So it's so sweet and so tender reliving all of these memories and getting to tell them. So as you can see, I'm going through adding a couple more phrase stickers and word strips. I also added in the center there a faux washi tape that I created using one of the pattern papers, and then adding in a couple more word strips just to embellish it all and fill in a couple little gaps here and there. And so we're going to pick everything back up again, add the finishing details, I think, maybe. Yeah, here we go. We're going to slide over. I'm going to add that word phrase, sticker, label, whatever you want to call it, the washi tape as a divider. I'm going to end up switching this currently card. I just like the way it looked a little bit better. Kind of those cards made a triangle around the page. I don't normally pay attention to rules of threes or visual triangles. I just normally put things together how I like them to. But in this case, the triangle looked great. Here is what it all came together looking like in the pockets, and this will go right into my album. Again, this all these products are from the In My Pocket Go-To Techniques kit. Links in the description. There's a blog post that coordinates this on Teresa Moxley's blog. Any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm glad to answer them. Like and subscribe, and I will see you soon with another project. Thanks. Have a great day.